Hello, everyone. I am Sean, and welcome once again to my Horror Corner. As always, thank you so much for watching today. I do appreciate it, and super excited to have guests back with me today. Excited that Kayleigh's here. She brought Rob with her, but that's okay as well. So,
oh man,
we're here.
Kidding. Yeah. I'm kidding. No, thank y'all so much for coming on. I appreciate it.
Of course. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
You are welcome. So I'm sure, again, I say this every time, I'm sure anybody that watches my channel already knows who you are, but this episode, I keep doing this to you guys. I don't let you know ahead of time, but this episode will come out Thanksgiving week on Monday. So Monday the 24th is when this episode is dropping and everybody can see it. So take a minute to promote your channel and talk about anything you guys have coming up.
This is us from the future then.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yes.
Well, we should have dropped, we did an episode on episodes 1 through 3 of Welcome to Dairy, just talking about the show and what we think so far. That should be out by now. I'm guessing it's not out at this moment, but by the time this video drops, it should be.
Right.
We're really looking forward. I think we mentioned this before, but we're super looking forward to the new Silent Night, Deadly Night movie coming to theaters beginning of December. We'll definitely be doing a review for that, and just a lot of fun horror reviews. So if you're into that, definitely check out our channel.
Yeah, we also have a members page. If you want to support us, we throw some extra content on there, and just check that part out too.
Yeah,
because I got a cyst on my balls, and I might have some medical bills coming up, and every extra bit helps. The doctor said it's like a cyst, but it's kind of like having 3 balls.
Where are
So sorry. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this episode up.
No, I'm just saying.
Say goodbye.
So
Okay.
Sign up today.
Yeah, go help out. We're gonna start a GoFundMe page for Robbie's balls. So if you want to contribute to that, you can.
It's all tax deductible dollars goes to the Save Rob Balls program.
Yeah.
We had about a 15-minute pre-show on this, and I really hoped he got it all out, but apparently not. So
No.
we'll start with that. And
I'm just keeping it real, man.
I appreciate that. I mean, I can always count on you for that. So thank you so much.
No, I had to
Wow.
show the doctor, and I'm like smack him in the face with my sack. It's weird, man. And
hope you did.
it's like cold in his office too, so I have nothing to show off really.
Yeah, that makes it difficult. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm like yeah.
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 Later this week, Kayleigh's going to be on to talk about Thanksgiving with me. Robbie will not be on that episode.
Dude,
Oh man.
I'm uninvited.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened. The schedule changed. I'm not sure.
You don't want a sack update? Come on.
Yeah. Not. I don't know that we need it. I'll let everybody decide. So on my video today, please comment if you want updates on Rob's medical situation. We'll go from there.
It's
But,
a true story. It's a true story, kids.
Yeah, which sometimes those make good stories. We'll see. We'll see what kind of reaction I get on this episode. So yeah, we'll go from there.
Yes, and any ointments or creams that you recommend, leave in the comments, please.
Yes, absolutely. Help Robbie out.
All right,
And,
thank you.
Yeah, I feel like every time you guys are on, I say this at some point, but we'll just get it out of the way early. Kayleigh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
Dude, I'm the injured one over here.
We are going to try today
Hey,
if we can. If
you
we
told me,
yeah,
but-
go ahead.
You're telling us about your kidney stones. I'm just sharing my story. That's all.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah,
All right, man.
Yeah, I'm glad we got that. We got that done. We're going to try to talk about Halloween 2 today. I don't know if it's going to work, but we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. But yeah, so you guys were on with me a while back. We talked about Halloween. Do you remember what y'all rated Halloween? I know I
10
gave
out
it a
of 10,
10.
I think.
Okay.
10
Yeah,
out of 10.
10 out of 10 for
Mhm.
Halloween. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That's what I was thinking, is that we all did 10 out of 10. So I'm very curious to see. I know you guys put out an episode recently on Halloween 2, and I purposely didn't listen to it because I wanted to hear what y'all had to say when we got to it. So I didn't want it spoiled for me. So before we get started, though, I have a couple of things that I want to show just because I like collecting shit. And I had a couple of Halloween 2 things in particular. So I got this Halloween 2 NECA figure that I'll show to everybody real quick. I think it's
Oh,
really
very
cool.
nice.
It's got several different of the Michael Myers masks, including the blonde one that Ben
Look at-
Tramer is wearing when he
You got
gets
the
lit up.
blood, the classic blood down the eyes.
Yeah, where he gets shot there. And then this one's one of my favorites. I found this at a Target actually, but it's Lori and Dr. Loomis. So I really like that one as well. Yeah, I wanted to show that one. It was kind of expensive, but it was worth it.
Yeah,
So
that's awesome.
yeah, just had to show those two real quick since that's the movie we're talking about today.
Is that that's hard to get right now? I think that double.
I think so too. I got lucky because I mean I look in Targets and Walmarts and things like that for different things, and I had never seen this. I'd seen it online, like outrageously expensive, and just happened to be in Target. I think it was like $70 in Target, which is still expensive, but nowhere near what I was seeing the price online. So I'm like, oh yeah, this needs to be taken advantage of right now. So yeah,
that's a cool find though.
Yeah, it's a rare one.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Once it's online, they jack up the price, and you're like, oh god.
Definitely.
You know what sucks about online too? They put a price, and then I'm like, oh, that's a good deal, and then I see like their shipping. They're like plus $50 for shipping. I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? Like you're screwing me.
Yeah, and you know what? There's occasionally you'll find a store that does the same thing. I was in I won't say the name of the store. It was more of like a collector place.
Put them on blast.
But they had a Billy the Puppet Funko Pop from Saw. And they had the price way up there, like way up there. But they were talking about how it was hard to find and they'd been trying to sell it, but nobody wanted to pay this price, but it was worth it. The guy was a salesman, and the person that I was with, he talked them into it. They bought it. And then we looked online after we got out of there, and it was selling for like $20-25, and they just paid like $100 and something for this thing. And I'm like,
no,
oh yeah,
that's rough, dude.
That's awful.
Yeah, they were a little frustrated that happened, but
I don't blame them. Yeah,
it could be worse. They could have a cyst on their balls.
Oh god,
that's true. That's true.
Yeah,
could always be worse.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. They might be worse off right now. That sucks.
I don't know. I think that's going to become my saying from now on. Anytime somebody says, Sean, how's it going? I'll be like, you know what? It could be worse. I could have a cyst on my balls.
Yeah.
That's just what I'll do from now on.
It should be a t-shirt. That should be on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
It should be a t-shirt. You guys have t-shirts. Maybe you can put that on one.
Yeah. I'll put the quote on there.
There you go. That horror couple. It could be worse. You could have a cyst on your balls.
There you go.
We have a spread shop too, folks. So.
Yeah. Check it out.
Shop till you drop. Oh my God. This is going to be a long night. All right.
No, dude, we're talking 1981. Take me back to the 80s. Acid wash jeans and rock you like a hurricane.
I'm sure neither one of y'all were alive in 1981.
No.
But it was the next year.
I was born right after that.
Okay. I was 9 in 1981. So I was wearing those clothes that you're talking about.
I love the look. I love
the 80s.
I love the look of the 80s. Yeah. I love the music. I love the movies. So and this film is very early 80s, and it just looks early 80s to me. And I want to get into that too, because I think the director, Rick Rosenthal, because the first Halloween I love it, but it was very suspenseful. I think Rick Rosenthal totally went slasher style because he saw like Friday the 13th, he saw all these other slashers being gory. And if you notice Halloween 2, it's got some blood that the original didn't have.
It does. So, and I've got an interesting point to bring up when we talk about that. You'll be surprised where that came from then when we get into that here in a few minutes. But
I'm bringing up the medical stuff because it takes place in a hospital.
Gotcha. There's the tie-in.
You see the tie-in, folks?
I do. Thank you so much. I was hoping there was a purpose. I really was.
You think I bring up my balls for no reason?
Yeah, I really do.
No, Rob.
There's always a tie-in to horror, kids.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah.
Why am I saying kids? I mean adults.
Yes. Yeah, I really don't think kids need to watch this episode. I really don't. Dude, I do put that on my stuff that it's not for kids, and this is why. Yeah, this is why. Yeah.
I'm not going to be invited back now.
I never used to do that until you guys came on the first time, and I'm like, I need to check that box. I'm kidding. I'm kidding, Robbie.
It's still family friendly.
Yeah, sure.
No, Kayleigh, back me up. That's a real story.
What? Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah. I'm just telling my story. It's a medical procedure.
Yeah, we appreciate that so much. I don't think that anybody that I work with watches my channel, but if they do, it's going to be interesting going to work after this episode airs.
Yeah.
Like, who was that guy?
Yeah. That promotion that I got is about to be taken away from me now at this point. So yeah.
No.
I'm kidding.
I thought you already got it. You didn't get it already?
I did. Yeah, I'm going to get a demotion now. So
Oh, you got to kiss more ass, man. Just be like,
apparently,
yes. Sir, have you lost weight? You look fantastic.
Yeah.
It's a good idea. All right. Before we get into any facts about this movie, spoiler-free thoughts from either one of you.
Overall, my thoughts on the movie?
Yeah, spoiler free.
Okay.
Don't spoil it.
Okay. I love how it takes place immediately after the first Halloween. So it's very watchable. Like right after you're done with the first Halloween, to pop this in. It takes place literally seconds later. It takes place on the same night. So technically it's the same Halloween night. It was shot like 3 years later, but they did pretty good at bringing back the old guest, like the old cast. They got Annie, they got Loomis, they got the nurse Nancy, they got Jamie Lee. They might have gotten a few others. Oh, Brackett. I mean, the core cast is here. I think they did their best to try to recreate the magic of Halloween. They had a different director, and I felt like he was trying to go like the Friday the 13th route with the gore a little bit, but because it is a little more gory than the original Halloween. But yeah, I think overall it's a solid sequel, and I like it.
I feel the same way. I think it's an awesome sequel. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a very underrated sequel because I hear there's, I mean, it has its fans, yes, but there's a lot of people that aren't fans of this one, and I think it's very underrated. I told Ken a while back when Ken and Ashley were on my channel from Sledgehammer Horror, and Ken's not a Halloween guy, but we were talking about some different things, and Halloween 2 got brought up, and I'm like, Ken, that's an underrated sequel, and he almost ended the episode right then. As soon as I said that, he was almost done. So yeah.
Yeah.
No, my theory is that Ken's a secret Halloween fan.
He just doesn't want anybody to know.
Yeah, because I've seen a few of his videos, and he has a lot of merch in his house, and I'm pointing it out every time. So I'm on to you, Ken. I'm on to you.
That's fair. That's fair. Quick tagline for the film: more of the night he came home. Brief synopsis for this one. I'm sure you already know.
Sounds like a porno.
No.
The night he came home.
No.
Yeah, that's. Anyway, after failing to kill stubborn survivor Lori and taking a bullet or 6 from former psychiatrist Dr. Sam
Shot him
Lewis,
6 times.
He did. He says it over and over.
He's not human. Keep
Michael
going.
Michael Myers follows Lori to the Haddonfield Memorial Hospital. Where
what do you call a warning shot? Sorry.
So no, you're doing great, man. That's fine. The institution proves to be particularly suited for serial killers as Myers cuts, stabs, and slashes his way through the hospital to reach his favorite victim. The movie was released October 30th of 1981, directed by Rick Rosenthal, written and produced by John Carpenter and Deborah Hill, cinematography by Dean Cundy, music by John Carpenter and Alan Howarth. Universal Pictures distributed the film, 92-minute runtime, $2.5 million budget, and $25.5 million at the box office. We'll stop there for a moment. Give me your thoughts on the story, where they went with this one, cinematography and score.
I love the location, the hospital on Halloween night. It kind of takes us away from like the suburban streets of Haddonfield, which is pretty cool. I like the vintage decorations that they have in the hospital. It's like, it's not a lot, but it's enough to be like, to let you know tonight's Halloween. It's special. Like I love that. And like Rob said, I love that it picks up like the same night as the original. I think it works. I love where it takes place.
Yeah, me too. I really like the hospital setting, and you could see it kind of imitated today in hospital setting horrors. We just had Strangers Chapter 2. A lot of that was in a hospital. Visiting Hours, another hospital one. We have a hospital massacre from the early 80s. So I mean, so anytime I see a hospital horror movie, I think of Halloween 2. It's just a very memorable location. The score, it's cool that Carpenter did the music. I'm a big fan of the way he does music, and the score's a little different. If you listen to like the classic jingle, it's a little more synth, like din 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 din. If you listen, they kind of like tweaked it a little bit. It's kind of a little different, which makes it kind of unique to this film, which is kind of exciting. Sure. And also speaking of score, Bud was trying to bang that nurse like the whole time. The whole time he was trying to score. And I really think this whole staff, they should be fired. I mean, The guy was like in a hot tub with like this like big boob nurse, and what he was also smoking a smoke.
Join the break room area.
Yeah. I didn't know if you wanted me to say joint.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
All right.
With everything else that you've said tonight,
Yeah.
I think I'm worried about that.
Maybe I'll just keep it the same word. He was smoking some
Smoke, yeah.
Saxist.
No.
Let's hope not. Yeah.
Oh, that's weird.
No, but yeah. So it was always funny to me how like they were just chilling, like the staff was chilling in like this hospital, not working. And
They weren't doing a good job. You're saying?
no,
Yeah.
dude, the guy was chilling in the hot tub.
Even Jimmy, he was like, "What's Lori doing?"
Yeah.
He just kept going in there. Yeah.
She was all about Ben
Yeah.
Tramer in the first one, but I was thinking, why didn't she just ask Jimmy to the dance? This guy's like all over her.
Well, and she seemed to adjust pretty quickly. I mean, as soon as she was in there, or he was in there, she's smiling at him and stuff. So you kind of got that impression. But yeah.
Yeah, he was a gentleman too. He's bringing her cokes and shit.
Right. Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah. I always wondered if he was like
Jamie Lloyd,
Jamie Lloyd's father, or Josh
Hartnett's
Hartnett's
character?
father. I always wondered if they were referring to that character. I don't know, but it's possible. It's possible either way. But I'm like, maybe that's Jamie Lloyd's dad.
that'd be cool.
It's possible. I don't know if Jimmy scored.
I'm not sure either. He didn't that night, but maybe later.
No.
Yeah.
I would put out for a Coke if someone got me a Coke and I was thirsty.
I'm not a bit surprised by that at this point, just to let you know.
Not diet though. I hate that shit.
Yeah, nobody wants that. That's not worth it.
I'm talking like, regular vanilla, maybe cherry Coke.
Yeah,
All good choices.
Yes.
I agree. Yeah. I was going to say something. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
No, I'm kidding. I agree with y'all actually 100%. That's one of my favorite things about this movie is that it does pick up immediately after the first one. I like it when horror movies do that instead of going further in, which was initially John Carpenter's plan. He was going to skip ahead. I forgot whether he gave an exact time frame, but his original thought when he was trying to put this movie was to have Michael find Lori years later at a high-rise apartment building that she was living in. Then during meetings and things, they decided to not do that, to just go back to this same night and pick up from there. But
that's very
I'm glad they did.
That's very H2O almost. That's
really
kind of
is.
cool.
Yeah.
When you say apartment complex, reminds me of like Blood Rage or something. I'm like, would it been more like Blood Ragey? Yeah.
That's a kick-ass movie too.
Yeah, but it's just weird thinking about it being Michael in the apartments. I don't know.
Right. Right.
And I always wondered, like, he did that Star Wars thing where it's like they're sisters and brothers.
Oh yeah, the brother sister thing.
He revealed it like in this movie. It was like such a weird twist. Like this whole time they were related because, like in the first movie, he just had a problem with babysitters, and we had no idea what the motive was. He kind of he sort of gave Mike a little bit of a motive, and it checked out to it. Like
it ties that main character into the story. Yeah.
Also, what he did to Judith, like it also is like, oh, that's why now he's going. Like Loomis said, he's going after one sister. Now he's got the other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was going to mention that later on as well, but you're right. And I don't mind that. I feel like a lot of people have an issue with the brother-sister story. I didn't mind that as well. I thought it was a decent tie-in and gave us a little bit of an explanation. I don't think we need things overly explained, but it gave us a little bit of an explanation as to why he was so obsessed, like why he would go to the hospital looking for her instead of just start killing other people. But yeah, so I completely agree. I like the score. I like the cinematography. I like the story as well. Again, I think this is a very underrated sequel, so I agree with a lot of what you guys are saying there. As far as the cast, Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Pleasance, Dick Warlock, Lance Guest, Nancy Stevens, Hunter Van Leer, that's the only names I'm going to name. But your thoughts on, I know you already mentioned the fact that we got a lot of returning cast, which I think was good. But your thought on cast and characters, especially compared to the first one, what are your thoughts?
Dick Warlock, he always looked a little smaller to me than Nick Castle did. He looked like kind of like a smaller Michael Myers. The mask looked a little different to me too. There are people that say it was the same mask. It was just more worn. But if you look at the mask, it looks a little different in this movie. But I think Dick Warlock did a good job. But he looked a little different to me than Nick Castle. And the other cast.
I love seeing. Well, obviously having Jamie Lee back was perfect. You have to have her back, and
sure.
I love, Loomis. I feel like you need like her and Loomis, like for those early Halloween films, because you need both of them to make a Halloween film.
That's
so they really make it a Halloween.
That
film.
NECA pack is like being price gouged on eBay right now. They are they are serious characters.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I agree. I love the fact that both of them are back. I do like that we get to see Sheriff Brackett for a little bit. We get to see, Nancy briefly there for a moment, even though she, it's a corpse. But so I like a lot of that as well. You were talking about Dick Warlock. That he even says that the mask is the exact same. I agree. To me, I struggle with it because to me this mask was puffier.
I was gonna say poofy. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
poofy.
but I mean, again, maybe
The hair looks
I do
different,
remember
too.
it does a little bit, and I do remember reading that they didn't, when they made that first film, they had no idea what they were creating. They had no idea the icon that Michael would become and where this franchise would go, and so they really weren't taking very good care of the mask. So maybe this is just because it had been, like 3 years.
Mhm.
Maybe there were some issues with the mask. Maybe it is the same one. I don't know, but I do think it does look different. Um, and I think Dick Warlock does a pretty good job. There's one scene that I don't like. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But other than that, I think, I read that he just kind of went back and watched the way Nick Castle did things and tried to mimic it the best he could. And I think he does fine. There's one scene that I don't like that we'll get into here in a few minutes, just because it looks really odd to me. But other than that, I think Dick Warlock did a good job.
Yeah, I like Dick. Warlock.
I was like, yeah, he's cool.
Warlock.
Yeah, he does a good job. We'll just go with that.
I think so. The overalls looked a little different too. They were like darker almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, that did look a little bit different.
It could have been the lighting though, but yeah, overall, it's a good Michael.
Yeah, I agree. Just a few notes that I have as far as production. One of them I mentioned a while ago. It just says that Carpenter considered setting the sequel a few years after the events of the first film, with Myers tracking Laurie to a high-rise apartment. The sequel was intended to end the story of Michael and Laurie. Carpenter stated after the film that both the Shape and Dr. Loomis are dead. Obviously, we know that's not the way it turned out, but that was the intention initially. As far as the the brother-sister twist, Carpenter said he was having a lot of trouble writing this screenplay. He remembered sitting in front of his typewriter, drinking a lot of beer, and wondering, what the fuck am I doing? Because he just didn't think there was any more of this story to tell. So he was trying to come up with something, and just thought, maybe Laurie could be his sister. And that's where he went with that from there, because he just couldn't figure out what to do to continue this story. We already mentioned Dick Warlock mentioning the mask. They almost did this movie in 3D. But they determined that there were too many dark scenes, especially in the hospital, to really let 3D be a very strong effect, especially for how expensive it was. And then here's the other thing I wanted to mention, because you were talking about Rick Rosenthal and him going for more of a slasher feel. So I don't think that was Rick Rosenthal that decided to do that. And here's why I say this, because I just read a couple of days ago that even though Rick Rosenthal directed this film, once they completed the project, they brought John Carpenter in, and he went in and changed a few things and directed a few extra scenes. And it was Carpenter that felt like the movie needed more gore and more nudity, because he thought Rosenthal's version was boring.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
Well,
That's cool to
no.
know. I didn't know that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
but I'm great on the nudity. That I just want to say that nurse had a nice rack, and
Okay.
I just want to point that out.
It sounded like Rosenthal was trying to do more of a suspense type thing, but Carpenter thought that it was too tame. He didn't think that the Rosenthal really matched the suspense of the first film, which I don't know if he could have anyway. I mean, the first film was just such a classic and so good. So it was Carpenter that went back and made a few changes, and apparently Rosenthal was pretty upset about those changes initially, but eventually they got it all worked out. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that, because I didn't know that either until just a couple of days ago when I was trying to do some research and find something somewhat interesting to mention. But yeah, I thought that was very cool.
That is interesting. I had no idea.
There is a lot of downtime in this movie. That's the one. There are like slow parts, and I guess that could also be called suspense. But like for me, like there's a lot of parts where like you're waiting for something to happen, or like the sheriff, the
security guard.
Security guy is like being spooked by a cat, or like or like Jimmy slips, like there's a big like walking around part where Jimmy slips on blood, and I'm like, that's what we were waiting for. But like, so I understand that Carpenter was like just a little boring, but there is some slow parts here and there. Overall, though, I like the film. But
no, I agree, and I agree with you. There are a few. That's some people think that about the first film that there are some slow parts. We won't name any names, Brendan and Sam, but
Oh,
some
God.
people do.
You know,
Some people do think that. I don't think so, but I think Carpenter's storytelling in the first one is so masterful. I think Rosenthal was trying to do the same thing, and just no knock against him, he just couldn't quite get there. And so that's why you have some of those scenes with the security guard that being prolonged a little bit, and
Mhm.
just some of the other stuff that's happening. And Carpenter went back and tried to make it a little bit better. And
I didn't know that though. So,
but if you take out some of that gore, this movie's not going to be as good as it is now. So I think it's a good thing Carpenter went in
Yeah.
and touched it up a little bit.
I think so too.
I didn't know he had anything to do with the nudity though, with the hot
Yeah.
tub scene. So now when I see those boobs from now on, I'm gonna be like, "Thank you, John Carpenter."
I'm sure he appreciates that.
Yeah.
You know,
All right.
I'm just gonna say I love your work, sir. Love your work.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, I enjoy his work too, but I'm thinking more overall, not just boobs in a hot tub. But I'm glad you appreciate it.
I'm thinking over and under.
Of course you are. Let's get into the plot and start to walk through this a little bit, if Robbie will let us. We're going to start off with we'll start off with the opening scene. Of course, like you talked about, we pick up right with the end of the first film. Loomis continuing his search. We get that score. We've already talked about it a little bit. But Loomis talking about I shot him 6 times, but
he's out of his mind. This movie, Loomis.
He really is. And I went back because I think you mentioned this to me when we talked about the first Halloween. And it might not have been you, but when I watched this again the other day, I've seen this movie more times than I can count. But I just watched it again yesterday, and he fires the gun 7 times.
He does.
But he says I shot him 6 times. So I was like, somebody told me he shot it 7 times. I see that now because I had never actually picked up on that before. But anything that you haven't already shared about this opening scene that you want to mention? I know we've kind of talked about it already, but anything else come to mind?
He shoots him 6 times in the original Halloween, but if you put on Halloween 2, when they show the flashback, for some reason you hear 7 shots. It might have been like an editing mistake or something, or not a mistake, but just the way they edited it. I mean, I don't think they were looking that deep into it. But the opening scene is awesome. I love how I said earlier. I just love how it picks up right where we left off. I love Loomis. Like, I just love when he sees no one's there and he's like, "Call the police!"
Yeah,
he's like, "Tell him he's on the loose." And then
I love how that music hits.
No, but before that,
yes.
I love that line. "You don't know what death is."
Yeah.
That's the best Loomis line, I think. And dude, Loomis is so hyper, and his one-liners are just keep on coming.
He's great in this one.
I shot him 6 times. He holds a gun to a cop in this one, saying, "Turn this car around."
Yeah.
Yes.
I also he pulls out a gun. Let's keep in mind he's like a psychiatrist, and he's just packing heat like he's a cop. Like he's not a cop.
Yeah.
He's just like heightens my sense of security.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a little unhinged here.
Oh, dude, but it's great though. Like I think it's great. And I also love how he just never doubted that Michael. I mean, because the cops are kind of like, nobody could take 6 shots. He never doubted him. He's like, "This isn't a man." And also at the coroner's office when they're checking the teeth, he's like, maybe he's 18. He looks like he's about 18. He's like, Michael Myers is 21. Yeah. And like he like knew Michael was he never doubted Michael being alive.
Yeah.
He didn't. You're right. I forgot about how amazing your Dr. Loomis impressions were. You gave us those in the first review too.
I didn't know they were any good.
Spot on. Oh,
Kayleigh,
fantastic.
She doesn't compliment me, and every Halloween I'm running around the house being Dr. Loomis, and she doesn't. She never says "Good job, Rob."
I said it was funny.
Yeah, good job, Rob. You're doing great.
Hey, this Halloween she was a girl Michael Myers. I was Loomis, and I
finally matched.
All day. I was being Loomis. It was crazy.
He was excited.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed that.
Yeah.
Well, we posted pictures.
I did see some of the pictures. Yeah, I can just imagine you doing it all day long. That's not hard for me to believe at all.
Yeah.
Next year I'm gonna FaceTime you or something. I'll be like, "Hello."
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it. Great. It's gonna be so fun. Yeah.
Hey,
I like the fact
you dressed the part. That's awesome. I just
your shirt is awesome.
Yeah, I do have Michael on. It even says Halloween 2 at the bottom, but you can't.
That's
see that.
awesome.
Yeah.
That is right, dude. That is
I
so
love
cool.
the artwork. Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. I like it as well.
You bring this. You bring the vibe to the episode. I like that. I like that.
I'm trying, and unfortunately, I won't be able to do that for Thanksgiving. I don't have the Thanksgiving shirt, so I'll just have to throw on something random tomorrow. But I wanted to at least do Michael tonight. So yeah,
Love it.
From there, we kind of move into Michael. We get the POV, that we got from the first film. Question I have for you guys here. Part of what I think is great about Michael in these early films is you can't figure him out. You don't really know exactly why. And at this point, we still don't know why either. But I thought it was interesting that he goes into this old couple's house, and that's where he gets the knife. But he lets them live. Like, he gets the knife and lets them live, and then like goes a couple of houses down and kills a girl that really isn't doing anything. But we get our first kill. And
did we ever find out if Mr. Elrod got mustard or mayo on his ham sandwich?
I do not believe so.
Yeah, unfortunately that was a detail they left out, and it was tough. I spent the next 20 minutes of the movie wondering.
Yeah.
I would have went both. I would have said mustard and mayo. Yeah, that's what I would have said.
Interesting.
How about you?
I would have gone with just mustard. Yeah,
just mustard.
I would have been mayo. So I guess we're all three different. Yeah,
3 different ones. Yeah. I don't eat, not that anyone cares, but we're talking about a lot of shit tonight that nobody cares about. So I don't really eat mayonnaise unless it's Miracle Whip. And I know a lot of people think that's gross, but if it's Miracle Whip, I'll do the mayo. If not, I don't want that real mayonnaise stuff. So,
yeah. Okay.
You would have pissed off Miss Elrod. She would have been like, this guy's picky.
Yeah, she would have been really upset with me. But,
she's got bigger problems.
She does. She doesn't need to worry about that.
Yeah.
She was also in like her pink that whole scene got reenacted in Halloween the 2018.
Yeah, it did.
She was making a ham sandwich and we got the rollers in the hair. And I think that Mr. Elrod was watching Night of the Living Dead, and it's always cool to see that in horror movies to me, because that's like it's another film I enjoy, and it's like
I agree.
I love that part.
It's one of those free domain movies that they keep showing in other movies.
They don't have to pay to use it. Yeah.
So but it's so cool because it's such a classic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, dude, definitely.
This is also the part, and I'll kind of get you guys' take on it, but this is the part too, though, that I was talking about where I don't like what Dick Warlock did. Because did you notice that when he gets ready to kill this girl, Michael like jumps into the scene, and it's so awkward looking to me. I don't know if y'all even noticed it, but the girl's walking around the house, she's on her phone, and then suddenly it really looks like Michael squatted down, and then he just jumps up at her, and then he grabs her and kills her, and it looks so strange. It doesn't look like anything we saw Michael do before. That scene bugs me every time. I'm like, what the hell is that?
I never thought of it like that.
Other than that, I'm like, Dick Warlock really did a pretty good job of imitating Nick Castle's performance, but that bugs me so much.
I remember
don't know why. It just really does bother
me. There was a sound effect on that.
I do remember the sound hitting really loud. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess it does happen pretty quickly for the way the sound comes in on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, because Michael's usually pretty he's kind of slow. He's not like,
Yeah, he's slow and like conniving and I don't know, like masterful in the way he comes upon people, stalking, and then boom, there he is. He doesn't jump out of nowhere. This looks like the Leprechaun or something.
Yeah.
It's also interesting how he.
Where's me gold?
Exactly. Yes, that's what I was waiting for.
He's making house calls too, and it's interesting. Like I don't know if you want to like just think what Michael's thinking, like who he keeps alive, who he goes after, because
that's what I was going to say. Why
he kept the Elrods alive?
Kill the girl.
Yeah.
He just took her kitchen knife and left, and he like put some blood on her cutting board, and she was like, but
I don't know.
No,
but I wonder why he spared them. I guess they weren't a threat or in his way, but neither was she. So I don't.
Maybe it's only pretty girls because that other girl was young. Like maybe
I did wonder. I mean, maybe that reminded him of Lori. A young girl at home like that by herself. So maybe that was the issue. I just
sorry.
But at the same time, no.
The curlers in the hair and the bathrobe wasn't doing it for him. I think.
It really wasn't.
He's like, I'm sorry, lady. He's like, I'm taking your knife and getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's part of what makes
enjoy your ham
too, is you don't know.
Yeah.
She's not going to enjoy the ham now that he left blood on the table, though.
No. It's like been contaminated.
Mr. Elrod was sleeping the whole time too. He like wakes up, he's probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. From there, we get Loomis and Brackett. They're doing their search a little bit. We also get the scene where the guy dressed up in the Michael Myers mask.
Ben Tramer mask.
The Ben Tramer, yeah. He ends up getting killed. I kind of thought it was cool that they made that Ben Tramer, since we heard his name so much in the first one.
Yeah.
Okay, at least Now we know who Ben Tramer is. He's an idiot that got himself killed. But yeah, and then of
That's
course
because
Brackett.
he went out drinking with Mike Godfrey, and that's what happened.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And
Brackett
he
finds out about Annie.
Mhm.
You know, he gets to find out about his daughter. He then leaves. So, yeah, just a lot of setup, I believe here. But I do like the way a lot of this is done. We also get to meet Jimmy and then see his fascination with Lori that you were talking about earlier, Robbie, where he keeps going in and checking on her.
he's smooth with the ladies, Jimmy. He is.
He is. He tries. And then we get a lot of Loomis again. You know, not only did people not think that he could take 6 bullets, but again with Ben Tramer being killed, you know, they think that the cops think that might be Michael, and Loomis is like, no, that's not him either. So a lot of setup, a lot of Dr. Loomis's speeches here in this, but they're so much fun. Donald Pleasance is so good in this role, so I enjoy. I can see where this might be some of the stuff that people would think would be a little bit slower about this, but yeah, I'm still on board fully.
No,
Donald Pleasance is great.
I love the atmosphere, and I love that little town, and I love like just looking. I don't know what it is. I just love like the streets in the suburban streets at night. It just the whole town looks really cool.
Yeah.
So and there's a video game coming out soon, and they showed the trailer, and they kind of captured that like Haddonfield vibe, and I was like, it looks like that town. So I enjoy just seeing. I enjoy the location and the way everything looks. You know. So
I agree.
It
Michael
feels like
finally
Halloween. Feels like Halloween
It does.
to me.
Yeah, you definitely get the vibe. Michael gets to the hospital. Oh, go ahead.
I was wondering what happened to that kid in the emergency room, though. Remember that kid that walked in? That's like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, she's like, don't worry, we'll play games tonight.
You can see the razor blade sticking out of his mouth. So yeah.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah. If you go back and watch that, if you look, there's a razor blade in his mouth. Yeah. That's so funny.
I noticed that. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah, I noticed it. I thought I had seen it before, but I noticed it now. That's one place where I'll plug watching now that I have the 4K and watching it on 4K yesterday. Some of that stuff is so much clearer. I really like this 4K, and you can very clearly at least 2 scenes when they're outside and she's talking to him, you can see the razor blade, and then when they get in the hospital, you can also see the razor blade. Looks like it's stuck in his teeth or his gums or something, but it's poking out a little bit. It's really cool looking. I mean, it's really cool.
Okay, yeah.
The nurse's boobs.
Double check that next time.
The nurse's boobs. How are they on 4K?
We're not there yet. We'll get to that here in a few minutes.
Okay, because I'm thinking that would have been cool in 3D, like you said. They were thinking about 3D, like they're coming at you.
Right.
It makes sense with the timeline too, because Friday 3 was like right after that. I think 3D was like the craze back then.
It was, yeah, with Friday the 13th 3, Jaws 3, which is interesting. Yeah, there was a lot of 3 stuff going on back then, 3D stuff. So, we'll get the security guard scene there. I was going to ask you guys' opinion on the security guard kill. I do think it gets drug out a little bit, but then he gets hit in the head with the hammer. Do you like this kill?
It made it sound like
yes. It just like you said, it feels like it takes us a while to get there. I feel like we get to hang out with the security guard for a long time before it happens. Like he's just like, pedaling around in the shed or whatever, like knocking into stuff and hanging out with the cat.
Yeah, but I'm thinking if that was my first time watch though, I'd be like, dude, Michael's gonna pop out. I'd be like,
it is very suspenseful. I mean, it is suspenseful, but it does take a little bit to get there.
Yeah, now that we've seen this a billion times, it's like, dude, here's that scene where nothing happens and he finds a cat.
Yes. Yeah. But I mean, I guess so. The first time you're watching it, it could probably be good. And I'm not saying I dislike it now. I mean, it's fine. It just drags on a little bit. I mean, it's kind of like when you have it's not really what you're there for. Like you want something else and you're just like, come on, let's get past this and get to it. It's like when you have a YouTube channel and you bring a guest on and you're trying to talk about a movie and they keep talking about like a cyst on their ball sack. Like you just want to get past that part. So
dude, it's called a subplot.
Got it. That's what this was tonight. Okay. Right. Fair. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I had to bring it back up.
I'm keeping the audience guessing.
You really are. They have no idea where we're going at this point.
All right.
So,
I didn't even tell you about my backside yet. Okay. So that's just the front.
Let's save that for another episode, though. We can't handle too much in one night.
Thanksgiving.
There we go. It's great. Can't wait. We then get them taking a look at the charred body and determining that it's not Michael. We also get a scene here that I had forgot about till last night that kind of reminded me where Halloween Kills does a little bit of a throwback. Now, Halloween Kills takes it so much further, but we do get a little bit of the mob thing here. I mean, there's a lot of people outside the Myers house, like throwing stuff at it. I had forgot about that. And when I was watching that, I'm like, oh, Halloween Kills. So, but it was a little calmer. I mean, there's still the crazy mob, but we get another Loomis speech. That's really when we find out that this was probably Ben Tramer. And then we get to the nurse and the paramedic that Rob's been wanting to talk about. We also get, though, we see the paramedic hitting on the nurse, but we get a cut as Lori's has a little bit of a dream there where, we find out about an adoption and kind of her going to see Michael apparently one time when she was much younger. Give me your thoughts on this scene.
He's like,
yes. Give me your thoughts on that scene, and then we can talk about the nurse and the paramedic killed there at the hot tub. We're still doing an impression right now. Sorry.
Well, okay. I think no, okay, good.
That was great. Loomis was better, but that was good.
Yeah. I like it. I think it gives it more of like I think it gives us some of like her point of view, like she's like in and out of consciousness from shock probably, and she's like having these weird visions about these memories are coming back to her now that she's realizing that that's her brother.
Because the obvious question is like, how can she not remember her brother?
Yeah,
it's like it's either suppressed or she was a baby when he was born. Like Rob Zombie kind of covered it like that, like she was a baby too young to remember. But like I think it was like maybe she buried it because she remembers a little now in these dream sequences.
Yeah, no, I agree. You want to talk about the nurse and the paramedic kill, Rob?
Oh, yeah, yes, please.
Have at it. Go for it.
Well, just like the hot tub, they turned the temperature up. You know what I'm saying? To dangerous levels, they did. Yes. And we see some tetes. And I think it's hot. It's a sexy scene, but like I brought it up earlier. Like these two people are on the clock. And that's humorous to me. I'm like, what the hell are they doing?
Yeah.
And Bud's like smoking some dope, and then they get into the hot tub.
What if someone needs an ambulance? Like, is there other people that work there? Like,
Jimmy's on his own. Bud's upstairs in the hot tub. Trying to score. So
yeah. It's crazy to me. Now the two things that stood out to Rob. The two things that stood out to me in this scene were a little different. Yeah,
there's two of them.
That
was a good one.
The nurse concerns me a little bit, just in simply that when Michael comes up behind her, because I mean the kill of the paramedic, fine. I mean it's not that big a deal, but how she starts like kissing on Michael's hand and like licking his finger, and I'm like, we just saw he left blood on a table earlier in the film. He's been killing people. Like, how do you not figure out right then that something is wrong? How did she not know that was not him? That's the first thing I wondered about.
We don't know how clean Bud's hands are. Maybe Bud's a dirty bastard.
He could be, but he was just in the hot tub. I mean, at least there was some water
clean.
There.
Like
something.
Michael's hands were like all grody looking. Like
I don't know. Yeah. I never really looked at Bud's hands though. We do see his ass though.
That's true.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so there is some male nudity that we can. There's a good variety.
There is. Yeah.
No, I don't. But that hot tub scene with the water, and then you see the flesh.
I like that. Yeah.
The flesh coming off little by little, and then like it was pretty graphic without showing too much. Because like when they cut to that temperature gauge going to danger, I felt like that was a good like segue to be like, so the audience is like, oh crap.
Yeah.
And it was actually a pretty violent scene too. It looked like he was like really like dunking her head violently, but
right. No, I agree. I love that kill. I think that's a great kill. My only question there is, and again, I'm just naming a few little things here and there that I keep catching. It doesn't take away my enjoyment of the film, but we see him dunking her face in this water and how it's peeling the skin off her face, yet it's not bothering Michael's hands. I'm like, oh, interesting. So there's little things like that I think.
Well, he took six shots too, and he kept walking.
It didn't bother him. Yeah, so I guess that's just it didn't burn his hands, but just a few little things here and there that I'm like, okay, whatever.
That'd be weird though, right? He takes some bullets and he keeps walking, but then later he's like, oh, this water's hot. Huh?
Well, I mean, like at least he doesn't have to hurt, but I at least wanted to see the skin like.
Oh yeah, it would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah, let us see something there too. Maybe he's fine. He can still walk around with the skin coming off his hands and be perfectly okay, but. I was just like, how is it not burning his hands? Like, yeah, just
Because
little things here and there.
because this isn't a man.
That's a good point. Yeah, you're right. I was thinking of it like a man. So you're right there. That's my mistake.
Yes.
Thank you for bringing that for me, Rob. I appreciate that. I knew you were here for some reason. I've been trying
Yeah.
to figure out for 45 minutes what it was. Now I got it.
I think we're doing good. I think this is a good review. Somebody that never saw the film would be lost, but I think the fans would appreciate this.
Yes, they know what we're talking about. We then get a cut to the school where we find out that Michael's been stabbing pictures of a sister in these family drawings and things like that. And so they go ahead and get us closer to revealing that Michael and Lori are related. Nurse Chambers and a U.S. Marshal showing up to get Dr. Loomis. We have another nurse that finds a doctor that's been killed, and then she gets killed. Michael thinks he finds Lori, but she's not in the bed, and so then we kind of begin the whole cat and mouse game between Michael and Lori. We also get Jimmy.
Oh, is that Nurse Jill?
falling in the blood.
He picks up off the ground with, you see her feet dangling.
Yeah. So that's where I want to get more of you guys' thoughts. Your thoughts on the one nurse that finds a dead doctor, and then she gets stabbed with a needle, like right by the eye. Then we have the other nurse who gets stabbed in the back, and he picks her up. How are you liking these kills? Are you glad that we're now getting more to Michael and Lori instead of all this other stuff going on? So just kind of share with me your thoughts at this point in the film with what we're getting.
Well, I do think that there were slower parts like before we got to these kills. So these kills are like the payoff we get for being so patient, I think, for all that time. So I think they're well done and they're different. And I like the use of like a hospital like tool.
Yeah, there was
like,
all
you know,
the
for
scalpel.
it. Yeah, I thought that was creative. So I thought it
actually
was cool.
the NECA you showed, I think he comes with like a scalpel.
He does,
like,
because I think we have him somewhere.
He comes with like hospital equipment. Those are like the weapons. So we got some good weapon variety in this one.
Yeah, I agree. And I like these kills as well.
Wasn't there like a shot? There was like an injection in the eyeball.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was pretty crazy.
That was cool. I like that one as well. Jimmy slipping and falling in the blood. I don't know. I'm trying to remember when he first walks in there, was that blood not in the floor then? Like, how did he not slip if he's going to slip and fall in it? Like, I was trying to figure out, and I was looking for it yesterday and then I forgot. But if there was that much blood in the floor when he walked in the room, how did he not slip and fall then? Like, I was just trying to figure out where did all this, like, if she bled that much that quick, that was really quick. I mean, that was fast. Yeah, I don't know. That scene just kind of is unnecessary to me. I don't think it's necessary in the movie. And it makes Jimmy look like a moron.
Yeah.
I just don't.
He's not really leading. They're not giving him like leading man material
really
type scenes because he's like, Whoop.
especially later when she finds him in the car, he's like, oh.
Yeah, he lasts for a few seconds and then he's back out again. So yeah.
Didn't his head hit the horn at like the worst time possible or something?
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yo, Miss Elrod would have freaked. She would have lost her shit on that hospital puddle because like she got a little drop of blood and she's like, oh.
Yeah.
Imagine if she saw that Jimmy puddle. That Jimmy puddle would have killed her.
Yeah, she would not have been okay. You're exactly right. Lori manages to get outside to get away from Michael, and that's when, like you were saying, Jimmy shows up as well and doesn't really help. We get a Loomis.
She loses her voice at like the worst time. She's like, ah.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened either.
I'm like, God damn, woman, yell.
Loomis gives us a speech on Sam Hain and the Druids.
The death of summer.
Yes.
Halloween.
Marion Chambers there that was sent to get him. She reveals finally what we've all been seeing coming, that Lori and Michael are related, and that's when Loomis pulls out his gun and forces the marshal to turn around and head back to the hospital. Crazy scene, but still a funny scene. And Dr. Loomis, I mean, we keep saying he's just so great. Even though it's absolutely ridiculous, it's so fun.
My doctor doesn't give a crap about me. This doctor's like going above and beyond. I mean, I'm lucky if my doctor returns my like calls or like, this guy's like, turn this car around.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think if after what you told us you did to your doctor, I'm not surprised he doesn't return your calls.
Oh no!
Finally, yeah, I got you this time. You lost your train of thought for a minute.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Why I'm talking to the
answering
the voicemail. Yes.
Yeah, that's it exactly. Now you know.
I'm like, hey. I'm like, hey, it's back again. Call me back. It's Rob. I'm like, it's the tit. It's the cyst. The cyst has a sequel. It's coming back. Part 2. Hello?
Oh wow.
Fall out of the chair.
Dr. Loomis arrives at the hospital just in time. They're managed to save Lori and help her out. I love the way Michael just walks through the door. That is so
Dude,
cool to me.
yeah.
Because it's not like he's even running and building. He just walks through it. I don't know. For some reason, I love that. It's probably silly, but I love that.
No, it's a
No,
cool
he
scene.
didn't
yeah.
even smash the glass
He's
like
just like-
this.
Yeah.
He's just like it's like one of those, like one of those automatic doors, but like
the-
like those
Yeah.
doors, the doors at the mall and shit. Like it's
Right.
like that, but like he just kept walking until nothing's there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I love that scene every time.
Also, yeah, the cutthroat of the cop
marshal.
that was gory. Yeah,
Yeah, that was a good scene as
like,
well.
don't touch him.
Yeah, Loomis is trying to warn him to get away, and he's not doing it. And then we get Michael, chasing Loomis and Lori a little bit. Loomis gets stabbed. Lori's able to. I do like the scene there though, where they're doing the different things with the, what is it? Is it ethanol? Is that what's in those tanks?
It's something flammable.
I think so.
Yeah, I believe it's ethanol. Where they're keep turning him on to distract Michael. I think that's a fun scene. It's a classic scene. But the way every time he starts to go after one of them, then the other one does something, it's pretty cool. Yeah, that's another great impression. You're killing it tonight.
Yeah, no. Then he got shot in like both eyes, and that's where we get that classic like blood down the mask look. And that's
very
like
classic look.
there's how many T-shirts are there like that? There's so many like that's been like used. That image has been used so much. I mean, and it comes from this scene, so this is like it's a classic scene with the blood down the eyes. That is so cool.
It is. And Trick or Treat Studios even has that mask. Like you can get the regular Myers mask, you can get some from the others, or you can get the one with the blood on the eyes. So, yeah,
they have a Ben. No, they
classic.
had a Ben Tramer. I'm not even kidding. They really did.
Oh, I believe you. There's a lot of them out there, so I'm not surprised at all. But then you've given us Loomis impressions, you've given us young Michael and the mental facility impressions, and now we get blinded Michael slicing at people. So
if you want anything, if you want any more, just let me know.
I'm
here. I'm here all night.
You're doing great. Lori, we already said Lori shoots Michael. He's
wait, can I ask what the hell? Because I always wondered this. Lori was like in a coma just randomly, like for no reason. They're like she had a bad reaction to something, and like she's like catatonic, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
that was
kind
like
of wondering that as well.
In the middle of the movie, she just maybe that's why she couldn't scream, but she was just like she was like. And like she wasn't moving now, and then they're like, "Doctor, she had a bad reaction to whatever you gave her," and I don't know what the hell he gave her. So
I don't either. But somewhere it wore off.
She's having a rough night. She's having a bad night. If you combine this with the first movie, dude,
it's terrible. Yeah,
it makes sense why she's crazy in 2018.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, that does make perfect sense.
I prefer the newer movies though, because still in this movie she's a little shy, a little soft spoken. And
you like crazy.
Oh, dude, I love like if you look at like Halloween Ends when like Corey was getting picked on at the gas station and she's like, "Hey, asshole," and she just breaks it up. Like I'm like, this is amazing. she
is funny.
She's flashing tires. She's a hardcore grandma. This one, so
she is, yeah, and we will get to those. And I like some of that as well. I think I still personally prefer these earlier films just because I think the suspense is better in the earlier films than in the latest trilogy we got. But the trilogy is much more violent.
My theory is in a couple of years from now, when the trilogy gets a little bit older, I think you'll get more appreciated. I think it's still kind of fresh and still kind of brand new for a lot of people, and a lot of the fans are comparing it to the classics. But I think when the younger kids discover this, they're gonna be like, "Damn, this is good." You know what I mean? Like they're gonna. I think the trilogy is gonna get some love eventually.
I think so. I think a lot of people like the 2018 film.
I want to bring something up.
Some hate.
I want to say something.
Okay.
In Halloween Kills, in the flashbacks of the first Halloween night, you can it ties into this film because they talk about the street signs and the different blocks and the different corners. The cops were saying that every corner, every street name, it checks out. Like they got the street names from Halloween 1, Halloween 2, and they did they did their homework. Like, you know what I mean? Because I think they mentioned like Lambkin Lane or whatever, or whatever it was called, and like a few. There was like 3 or 4 street signs they mentioned, and I'm like, this is all from the first 2 movies. I'm like, this is great.
Yeah, so, I do appreciate the fact that they did that as well. That is cool. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And you might be right. That trilogy may get more love. I think a lot of people already like 2018. Halloween Kills get some hate. Yeah, I'm not even. We'll talk about Halloween ends down the road.
I love it.
I'm glad you do.
I got.
personally do not. But
I
I'm
want to
glad
show
you
him.
do.
I want to show him the painting we got.
I'll show him later.
Yeah,
There's a painting on my wall of Corey.
it's great.
I'm not even kidding.
I believe you, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this guy does in Silent Night, Deadly Night. This movie bothers me. But anyway, let's get back to this and try to wrap it up.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. I want to show you something.
Oh, you can show him on here? Oh, okay.
Yeah, everybody should see this.
Oh, I don't.
Okay, I can cut. Yeah, there's a little bit of a glare, but I can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a bad painting. I'm
No, it's
all
not.
right with that. Yeah.
Well, I told my friend I like Halloween Ends, and I told him I like tacos, and he painted me Corey surrounded by tacos.
That's fantastic.
And they had a podcast. They're from a podcast. Check the Candy at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
Okay.
At the time, they were called Check the Candy. They might still be around, or they might have changed their name by now. But it's Taylor and John.
Mm-hmm.
So check them out. They're good guys. And he sent us a
fun.
painting.
That was very kind of him.
Yeah, Taylor sends me things, Sean.
Yeah, you don't go fuck up his episodes on this channel. That's why he sent you things. I might send you something too if you stop this shit. I'm kidding.
I can't even do it. Where were
Laurie
we?
is able to. Yeah, Laurie is able to escape, and then Dr. Loomis lights the lighter and tells Michael it's time, and the hospital room there blows up.
Dude, that's a crazy explosion too. And we see Michael
It is
walk.
a crazy explosion.
They must have got some stunt guy to walk out of the. It was a stunt guy, but they got some guy to walk out of the fire, and it's a cool effect. This is 1981 too. It looks good. Looks so good.
It does look great. And like you said, Michael walks out, and you think maybe he's still alive, and then he collapses. So, both of you, give me your opinion on the finale for this film and the way they wrap this up.
I thought it was pretty cool with the explosion and everything. It made it like really, really powerful. Like I said, some of the parts were slower throughout the film. So to have like a big finale with a big explosion like that, and you have Loomis coming in and everything, I think it works. I think it's great.
Yeah, I think it's a good finale. We get a big explosion. I mean, the 6 shots didn't kill him. I'm trying to think if I was a first time viewer. The 6 shots didn't kill him. The guy's literally burning now, and yeah, so we're like, oh, he's dead, and yeah, Laurie barely survives. Loomis should be dead. How he survived, it was never really explained. He came back and forth, like, see the burn here? Like I don't know. I'm like, what? He goes, remember when he's like, I prayed he'd burn in hell. Yeah. I'm like, what? Your arm got a little like bruise on it? I don't get.
Yeah.
No. I think his face is messed up too. But yeah, they put a little makeup on Loomis, but somehow, yeah. I guess we're supposed to think Loomis is dead at the time, but there is 2 different versions of the ending of this film. One is the TV version, and one is the theatrical version. And the only difference is that at the end of the TV version, when Laurie goes into the ambulance, she drives off with Jimmy. And in the theatrical version, she's just by herself, and she's like, oh. And then it's like, Mr. Sandman, bring me a drink, buy me a pin. Yeah. So, but I prefer the TV version because it's kind of cool. Because she's like, actually no, but she's like, we made it. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if you've ever seen the TV version.
I'm sure I have. Surely I have, but I forgot about that. So yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, and then that would lead more to your theory that maybe he's Jamie Lloyd's dad or something like that. So yeah, interesting.
Yeah, it'd be a cool way to tie in like the previous characters, unless Jamie got around and we don't know about it. And you know, I don't know. Maybe she had lots of boyfriends. I don't know.
She may have. Who knows? After everything she went through, who could blame her? So yeah, that's Halloween 2. Anything else you want to say about it before we try to give it a rating?
Go first, Kayleigh.
Oh, I love this sequel. I think it's a great follow-up to the original, and I think it's really enjoyable, especially around October.
It's in our rotation every year around Halloween. We always watch 78, and then right after that we pop this in. It's a great October watch, especially at night. It feels like Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
It has an early 80s horror vibe to it. It's a good sequel. It's a good companion to the first one. So I like it. I just don't like it as much as the original, but I like it a lot. It's up there. It's very good.
100%.
It's very good, but it's I just don't like it as much as the first one. So
Yeah, no, I'm with you 100%. Like I said at the beginning, I think it's a very underrated sequel, and I do the same thing every year around Halloween. My thing is normally 1, 2, 4, and 5. Every year I watch 1, 2, 4, and 5. Sometimes I get some other ones in there as well. Sometimes 6, H2O, a few of those here and there. But yeah, I watch this one every year as well. So on
you
the
skip
scale of,
you skip part 3.
I do.
You don't like Dr. Chalice?
I didn't say that. We'll talk about that one next. We'll get to Halloween 3. I plan
dude.
on. I think I'm going to have you back for Halloween 3.
That guy's
I
great
think about
though.
it a little
He's gonna,
bit.
he's gonna have another episode, and it's gonna have Brendan instead of you.
I want to do him. I want to do him. He's gonna be like, Linda, I have a conference. I can't make it, Linda. And then he runs off. He's like, where do you want to sleep, Dr. Chalice?
That's the girl.
That's a stupid question, Miss Grimbridge. This is my Dr. Chalice.
Ah,
I see that. That's not bad. That's pretty
Yeah,
good.
he's like,
I think I liked Michael in the chair better though. The
Yeah.
young Michael in the that was. There we go. Yeah, that was good too.
Yeah.
Can you take a break from the impressions long enough to tell me what you think you would rate this movie on a scale of 1 to 10?
It's a solid 8 for me. I give it an 8 out of 10. The first one's
Okay.
probably a 10. It's probably a 10 out of 10. I give it an 8. If I'm in a really good mood, I'd probably give it an 8.5. But right now, I give it an 8. It's a solid 8. I don't think I think that's a fair score. I'm trying to take my fandom out of it and just be like, how does this hold up as an early 80s? I think it's an 8 out of 10.
I agree. I'd
Kayleigh?
give it an 8 out of 10 as well. It's not a 10 for me, but it's up there. It's a great Halloween classic slasher
Are you
film.
copying me?
No. Yeah,
That's-
it definitely 8 out of 10 for me.
No, that's so funny because I wrote down 8 out of 10 as well. So I also give it. So we all three give the first one a 10 out of 10. We all three give the
Mhm.
second one an 8 out of 10. I'm very curious where we go from here as we keep getting through this franchise. But
You
yeah,
got to have me
I'm
back
glad.
on, man. You got to have me back
Yeah, I
on.
don't know if he will today.
Well, you saw my Dr. Chalice. I'm ready for
I-
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna think about it. Kayleigh, I hope you'll come back for 3, and Rob,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Linda.
I've got you in mind still for for Friday
I
the
got a
13th
conference.
2.
Mhm.
We've got to do Friday the 13th 2. We've got to do Hello Mary Lou prom night 2, and we got Halloween 3 coming. So yeah, you'll be back, Rob. I'm just gonna see if there's something that Kayleigh can give you before we start recording. Some kind of I don't know, Benadryl or something. You
You want me to turn it down a notch? Is what you're saying?
I'm kidding, man. I'm just giving you a hard time.
I'm like Michael with the hot tub, man. I turn it up.
I get it. Get another. Yeah, good job. The way you brought that together. That's impressive.
See what I did there? See what I did?
I did. Yeah, that was good. So that,
They don't
Go
just
ahead.
give this job to anybody. This YouTube stuff. I mean, I'm trained for this.
I see that. I really see that. Yeah, that would explain why you have business cards.
Yeah, that's
These
true.
kind of things like tonight. Yeah.
We need to get more. Actually, we have a new logo that's pretty badass. I want to make more.
Yeah.
I do like that new logo. That's very cool. Did you create that, Kayleigh?
No,
that was-
Rob did it on
okay.
his phone.
That was all
Rob.
me. Yeah,
Wow. Now I feel bad for just assuming that Kayleigh had to be the one to do that.
I could get you a Sean's Horror Corner one if you want to compliment me.
Jim, you're asking a lot at this point. I told you your Loomis impression was great. Was that
Yeah,
not
he
good
did
enough?
compliment you.
My chalice was off.
Well, no, he said he likes the Loomis one.
Yeah, your Loomis impression was great.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Linda,
Can we?
I got a conference.
You don't have
Linda.
a mustache, so it's not working.
Oh, I need a
Yeah,
mustache.
that's what it is. I
Mhm.
think that's what's hurting it. Yeah, if you had the
Yeah.
mustache, that might be it. But oh my god,
So we
I
all
need
give
a-
it. We all gave it an 8, though.
Yes.
we all gave it an 8, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
No, but
and again,
it's not even us that like. I think AMC Fear Fest. They always play these back to back, and AMC Fear
Yeah.
Fest is very random. But for some reason, they know enough to do 1 and 2 together. And then after that, we see like Busta Rhymes being like, "Trick or treat, motherfucker."
yeah, doing his karate and stuff.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. That will. Yeah.
It's Dangertainment.
Yes.
Dangertainment.
I'm very curious to hear y'all's opinions on some of these other ones, but Yeah,
How'd you like you like my Busta Rhymes?
Your Dr. Loomis is great. I'm going to keep going back and saying that right now.
Oh man,
I'll keep going back to that.
you work on that, Rob.
All right.
Yeah, you've got plenty of time before we get to Resurrection. So.
I don't want to talk about Resurrection. We got to do a Resurrection.
We have to do all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going through all of it, man.
Oh, are we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every single one.
All right, yeah, because I don't know how to feel about that movie.
Well, you have time to think about it. It's okay.
Yeah, you've got plenty of time. After the shit you've made us listen to tonight, you're talking about Resurrection. Just to let you know.
Man, that the cyst exists, man. This is my life. I'm not making this up.
I believe you, and I'm so sorry.
My God.
I really am sorry.
I'm just telling you this is my journal. And I'm letting you read it.
I'm so glad Sean's Horror Corner is honored to be that journal for you.
All right.
Kayleigh, you want to take a minute to tell anybody what you guys promote your channel again and talk about what you might have coming up?
We're that horror couple on YouTube. We usually do newer horror movie reviews on our channel. We're on all social media. We will be doing we'll definitely be doing a Silent Night Deadly Night review coming up, so definitely check that out. Welcome to Dairy review, so make sure you're checking that out. We have a members page. We put extra reviews and footage on there, so if you want to sign up to that.
We're on TikTok too, and we're gonna cover like all the cool trailers that drop, and we're gonna keep putting stuff out, so we will not let you down.
Very good. Yeah, definitely go check out their channel. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, definitely give them the support.
We're pretty good.
They are pretty good, and we know that Rob needs help with medical expenses. So do all you can to help them out there.
Well, I'll tell you. When we started this, Kayleigh had the idea. She's like, we can talk about horror movies, and you can just be you, and I think it'll be good. And she was like, you're you. I think it'll work. And I didn't know what that meant, but
now you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're all learning. We're all learning exactly what that means.
So please subscribe.
Yes, please. Let's see. What do I have coming up? Later this week, actually, it will come out on Thanksgiving Day. Rob and Kayleigh will be back. We'll be talking about the Thanksgiving movie from Eli Roth. I've also got episode 5 of Welcome to Dairy coming this week. December, got a lot more fun stuff planned. Brendan from Our Life in Horror, he and I will be talking about Dead Snow. Isaiah from The Bitter Wolf is coming back on. I'll also have Kelly and Sarah from the Final Girls podcast coming back. They'll be talking about the classic Alice, Sweet Alice with me. And if everybody's still good with it, December 11th is my next live stream. You two are going to be there, I believe. Brendan and Sam will be there. Bo and Kayla will be there. We'll be doing some Black Christmas trivia, so that'll be fun. Yeah, a lot of good stuff coming up. So if you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do so. I'm also on just about everything out there, social media-wise, Blue Sky, Instagram, Threads, X, TikTok. Just search Sean's Horror Corner, and you'll be able to find everything. Not yet. Not yet, but I will. I'll let you know when I get to that point. Yeah,
that's a whole other corner. You got to turn.
Yeah, that's not horror. That's horror. That's Sean's Horror Corner. So yeah, we'll be doing that soon. Yeah, just trying to lose a few more pounds before I go that route.
I think you're handsome. I think you're ready to go.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If this channel doesn't get canceled, then we'll see what happens.
No, dude, this is gonna blow up. I think we did good tonight.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun. It's gonna
be like the hospital.
Enjoyed
the hospital at the end of the movie.
Yeah, the explosion. Got it.
Yeah. It's got to be the greatest Halloween 2 review ever. I think it was good.
It was good. I don't think there's another one out there like that.
Hell no. So, yeah. It's definitely original.
That's right. Thank you both, honestly. Thank you both so much for coming back.
We had fun.
Love it every time y'all are on. So everybody else, thank you for watching. I hope you stuck with us through this. And yeah, they'll be back later this week to talk about Thanksgiving. So tune in for that one.
I'll be here.